Chris, congratulations. You're the new CEO. You've been a director for American Rare Earths for a number of years, and we would love an update from you on Halleck Creek.
Oh, look, Tracy, hey, thank you very much for interviewing me today. And look, it's great to see you. And no, look, in terms of Halleck Creek, we have an outstanding project here in the heart of the United States. As you know, the United States has one of the largest challenges in the world, which is where to source these critical materials. Currently, 80–90% of rare earths and the materials we have at Halleck Creek are magnetic rare earths, neodymium, praseodymium. The majority of these rare earths are currently processed overseas, and the US government is desperately seeking to have these processed in country and to onshore these critical minerals. And so that's the challenge out there. And what we have at Halleck Creek is the largest rare earth deposit in the heart of Wyoming, in the heart of the United States. It's got a 2.34 billion ton JORC resource. We've hardly scratched the surface. This goes down from surface to currently depths of 300 meters with consistent grade from surface to depths. And we've been moving this project forward, Tracy. I joined the company first as the CEO back in 2021. And at that stage, Halleck Creek was just an exploration play with some field samples that had been taken. Since then, we've done a whole series of drilling. We came out with a scoping study earlier this year, which proved outstanding economics. We've completed a whole series of metallurgical test work. And as Jack Lifton said, he goes, wow, you could be the next rare earth mine to be brought into operation since Mountain Pass. And that's the opportunity we have at Halleck Creek. And so, anyway, I'm just super excited about this project, but we've come a long way. In the last quarter, we announced further drilling results. We have assays pending, and we're preparing right now for an upcoming pre-feasibility study to move this forward. In the last quarter, we also announced funding from the Wyoming government. We have outstanding support from the Wyoming government, where they've put up over $10 million into this project at this phase. So every dollar we spend, we get 50 cents back from the Wyoming government. This project, first phase, is on state lands. So we are currently permitting and going down that path. And this project will be permitted in less than 2 years. So lots of things happening in the state of Wyoming, lots of things happening at the Halleck Creek project. And on top of all of this, the EXIM Bank have come out with an announcement to say that they're for a letter of interest to support this project up to the full capex of $456 million. So I've talked a lot here, Tracy, but I'm super excited with this project and where we're at.
Of course, there's a lot to talk about. I was talking to one of your board members earlier, Melissa Sanderson, and it's my understanding that EXIM is really an extension of the White House. Is that correct?
Look, the EXIM Bank is the Export-Import Bank, or the credit agency for the United States. And we have been provided a letter of interest to enable us to be going after funding for that. And that's the first step in the process of their due diligence. And that they've been conducting their due diligence on American Rare Earths. They like our project. It fits exactly what the US government is seeking, which is onshoring these rare earths in the United States. And Melissa Sanderson she's one of our board of directors, and she's an outstanding lady and very well connected in the circles in the United States. And it was also pleasing to see her last week be appointed as the co-chair for the Critical Minerals Institute. And so she's a key player in this industry. And we're very fortunate to have Melissa on our board.
Yes, and Chris, Likewise, you were talking about your state support. Can you just give us a few more details about your relationship with Wyoming and how that kind of evolved?
Look, we've been working with our key stakeholders in Wyoming since we came onto the project. And yeah, we've got a local team on the ground. Our president of the business in the United States, a gentleman called Joe Evers, went to university at the Wyoming University, and the Wyoming University as well is in the town of Laramie, which is about 45 minutes from our site, and we've been establishing the relationships as a good steward right from the outset. And we have been working with the state of Wyoming to recently Joe Evers played a key role in ensuring that we got essentially support from the state government, and this is a funding or a grant of over $10 million. It's actually 7.5 million US, over $10 million Australian, where every dollar that we spend on developing this project will be reimbursed by the state government set at the rate of 50 cents. Every dollar we spend, we get 50 cents back. And so that's for any drilling, any metallurgical test work, any engineering, any environmental studies we're doing. And that's outstanding support, because this project is key for the state of Wyoming, and it will bring in jobs. It's a multi-generational mine and essentially processing facility. Our vision is to be not just mining, but is to be producing a metal oxide and having those facilities set up in the state of Wyoming. And so it's key for the Wyoming government. And Wyoming as a state is rated as one of the top mining jurisdictions in the world. And unfortunately, with the downturn in coal, Wyoming was a big coal jurisdiction. And so they're very keen to bring in other mining and other industries. And so that's where we fit the picture. But they've been very supportive, and we value the relationship that we have with the Wyoming government.
And of course, you put out quite a bit of news this last month. So I noticed you finished a drilling program. Would you like to comment on that?
Sure. We did what we've been doing is defining the resource within the state section of this project. And this is back to, this project is huge, okay? And we've barely scratched the surface, but we've got a 2.34 billion ton JORC resource, and it will be more than that. But we're also fortunate that a portion of this resource is on state land. And so that's the area where we're starting essentially you could say it's like the first step or the first phase. And that's on state land. And so right now we've been doing the drilling in there to really define the resource for the mine planning and for the upcoming PFS. And but what that enables us to do, Tracy, is that because it's on state land, we can get this permitted in less than 2 years and really fast track this project and bring it into production, because the United States desperately needs these rare earths.
So fast tracking it, bringing it into production. Can you give us a few more updates on that? What kind of timeline are we looking at here, Chris?
Look, Tracy, one thing that's always the question everybody asks: how quick and how soon? Look, I've been part of building mines in my career, and at this phase right now, it's not like flicking a switch. The biggest critical path for a lot of projects is around, firstly, permitting. If you're on federal land in the United States, it can take you up to 10 years to get mines permitted. On state land, we're very fortunate. This can get permitted in less than 2 years. So that is not on that will not be the critical path. Another area is around financing, and with the funding and support from EXIM Bank, we have a pathway as well to financing. So then it really gets down to the engineering piece and how quick we can move that. for me, where I see this is at, yeah, I believe we can get this into production and be producing in less than 5 years. And yeah, but I also go back here that the United States has one of the largest challenges in the world to onshore these critical materials. And simply put, with the power of the weight of the US behind this, we could move that forward. And also with the right partners and strategic partners, we could make this happen, I believe, a lot quicker. In simple terms, in the time of war, General Motors was producing vehicles, okay, and that was turned around and people made things happen. And so what we have here is the largest resource in the ground in the United States, and the country has the largest challenge how to onshore these critical materials. So right now our plan is de-risking the project, and we've done a great job at that. And our next step is to really find and work with that strategic partner and find the right folks that can really help us take this to another level and bring it forward and make it happen for the sake of the United States.
Well, thank you so much for the update. And for those of you interested in more information, please go to the website listed at the bottom of the screen. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Tracy.